All right, so hey everybody, welcome to this video. We are here with Mai again from Swab the World, and now we get to meet Carmel. Carmel handles a lot of the sort of techier issues that have to do with the website and the program that they're doing. And we just wanted to address, we've had a few questions come from those of you as you're doing it, and there's also some new opportunities we want to tell you about. And so we're just going to go through three things. The first thing is going to be around that ambassador training program. A few of you have tried enrolling in that, had some questions. So Carmel's going to walk us through that a little bit to make sure everything's clear. Then Maya is going to tell you about a couple of different opportunities that if you're really interested in the Swab the World thing and you'd like to play a larger role, you can do so. None of which, of course, is required for this project, but it's just, if that's what you're feeling, we want you to know the opportunities that are there. Cool. All right. So we'll start with the issue where we suggested that one way to get to know the Swab the World thing better was to consider going through their ambassador training program, because it really gives you a whole lot of information and a really rich sense of what Swab the World is about. But a few of you ran into a few issues. So Carmel has graciously offered to share her screen, which you can feel free to do at any time, and just kind of walk through the kind of process that you'll do. So I'll just kind of turn things over to you, Carmel. Feel free. Start with the middle finger. There you go.
Yeah, so you can see my screen then. Perfect. So this is the landing page where you go to swabtheworldschool.teachable.com. And if you haven't created a profile yet, you'll just go up here to sign up, and you can create a profile with your email. Just sign up with your email. And once you do that, actually, I get notified on my end that someone's created a new profile. And the reason why you don't have access to the modules, and once you're logged in, you get to a sort of page that looks like this. And the reason why the training programs won't show up right away is because I have to manually enroll you before you can access the training modules. So don't worry if they're not there right away. I usually try to do it within 24 hours of getting that someone created a new profile. And so if come back 24 hours later and see if the training programs pop up. If they don't, just send an email at info@swabtheworld.com, and then I'll double check that you're properly enrolled in the right
Okay,
modules.
so let me just re-emphasize that. It takes a bit of time. So sign up and then hang on. In about 24 hours, come back and things should be smooth. Cool.
Exactly.
Excellent. And so that's really all there is to the training program itself. And I think maybe we'll just speak to it this way. So Mai, this is, people can become formal ambassadors. And obviously, if anybody goes through this program, they could choose that if they wished. But it's also something they can just go through to get the information. You're not necessarily signing up to be an ambassador, but if that's an option you'd like to choose, then cool. And on that sort of front, Mai was just telling me about a couple of other drives they have going on, where they're potentially looking for some support. And I know students are always looking for great volunteer opportunities. And so Mai's going to share a couple of opportunities with you, and I'll turn it over to you, Mai. Go ahead.
Thank you. So we do have two possibilities in Toronto to have a swap drive. Currently in Montreal, there's a 4-year-old girl. She's half Vietnamese, half Caucasian, and she's desperately trying to find a stem cell donor. And we have two twins from South Asian descent. They are trying to find also a stem cell donor. And we were wondering, Carmel and I, if it's possible to have, for you guys to organize two drives, one for the Vietnamese or the Asian audience, and another is to do for the South Asian, for the two twins. And so to organize and to be handling the kits and to be doing the promotion of that drive, we would like it to be somewhere in August. But if you want to help us out and help those three patients out, give us a shout at info@swabtheworld.com, and we'll try to coordinate with you.
Yeah, cool. And just to be clear again, this is independent of the project. So this is just an opportunity you can do that's separate. We're not asking you to do this as your PSA. We still want that PSA to happen. But yeah, this is another opportunity. And I think there was a third potential opportunity just about bringing Swab the World to the University of Toronto more generally, correct?
Yes, right. Exactly. So we know that for the purposes of your course and the project, perhaps you're going to do the teachable modules that talks a lot about what we do, stem cell donation, what it means to be a Swab ambassador. And although that's not a requirement, we do have a Swab the World chapter in Toronto. And so we've gotten actually our share of, I think we've gotten a few emails of people who are really touched by our message and who want to be more implicated in what we do. And so we have these little chapters in universities all over Quebec, and we're hoping to get this club off the ground in Toronto. And so we have several committees, Swap Talk Committee, communications, and fundraising. And so if this is something that you're interested in, again, you can shoot us an email at info@swabtheworld, and we can give you more information about what that sort of requires and the commitment and what we expect of you. But it would be really, really wonderful to have people sign up to be ambassadors in Toronto.
Very cool. Yeah, excellent. So that's mostly what we want to bring you today, but I want to highlight a few things. One is info@Swab the World. If you're running into issues, and especially if it's sort of tech issues, you're probably better to email them than to email us. You'll get straight to Carmel, and it'll probably be a quicker and more accurate reply that you get. So I wanted to mention that. I also wanted to mention one other thing quickly. Before we created this video, we were just chatting about what does it mean to actually be in that database? That is, if you are a match, what are we asking of those people if they're in the database? And there's a couple of answers to that of how they actually are able to get the stem cells. One that's much more like a regular blood donation, and one that is more bone marrow-ish. And most of it's the first one. So at any rate, they have a couple of individuals who have actually gone through these processes where they have videos by those individuals who are describing what it's like. And so we're going to get links to those videos and share them with you all too, so that you really have an understanding. If you're out there trying to convince people to do something, what are you trying to convince them to do? And the more accurate your information, the more comfortable I think you'll feel in your messaging. So that will be coming as well very shortly, which is very cool. And I just want to take, this is an opportunity. I just think it's so cool to be associated with what you guys are doing. And I want to take an opportunity. I know the class is starting to feel the importance of what you guys are doing and see the value of being able to be connected with it. So I think I want to say, for me and the whole class, thank you. Thank you for what you guys are doing. I love your energy. Keep at it. And if we can, play a role in helping you guys succeed and saving lives in the bargain, fantastic. That would be really, really great. So thank you both very much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You're gonna make me cry. Yeah, your class has been incredible, and we're so excited to have that opportunity to be at U of T.
Cool. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, and I wish everybody a great weekend, and talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Cool. We'll stop there.